I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. I've got a new nice DeWalt cord that I think that Cobra John sent me. How nice can you be to take care of Rosie? I am so happy to have such great friends. It's a hell of a cord, it's built just right. Not a flimsy POS from the China lights. It's a good deal, and you know it's true. It's gonna buy you a lot through and through. I've got cords that really suck. I've got cords that really suck quite through. The spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. What's up? Who's that? D50. How you doing, bro? I'm in a singing mood today. Fly me to the moon ski. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 loo. Ba ba loo. Ba 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 boo. Let me know what life is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please hold my hand. In other words, da-do-do-do, thrill my heart with love. Let me let me live in a garbage dump. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-boo. Scubba-dee-ba-ba-ba-boo-boo-boo. In other words, let's get the all messages on. Man, I wish this thing would not default to top messages. Man, that really sucks. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit that, please tap that like up the stream. It is appreciated. I am super happy to be with you today. The doctor is in the house. The doctor is in the house. And we got a hot one today, boys, but I'm digging it. What's gonna make it go down nicer is a nice hot cup of coffee. Yeah. Ooh, I've been so busy. I've got to apologize to everybody. I have been incredibly busy this week. Trying to make that coin. Working for the man. Hope you enjoyed the visit to the game. Hijinks, we got Amazon boy. Ooh, we got a real pile up in here, looks like. Are we gonna, oh, look at this. I get premium spot, man. This is as good as it gets right here. Normal office hour fees apply. Dr. Frankenstein will take care of you. All right, stand by. There's Paul Harvey, which is stand by for news. $2 day, baby. I just wiped out the whole floating supply of $2 gummy bears. When you see a deal, you snag a deal, boys. That's the way it goes. Let's move on. I gotta make some soup tonight too. See, Daniel, how you doing? Oh, let's move out. I hope Cobra John comes in. I want to thank him. He sent me a beautiful DeWalt cord for the phone, which I thought was really kind. What an exceptional person. It's a little warm tonight, but the soup has got to be made. And that's the way it is. May 20th, 2026. From all of us at CBS News headquarters in New York. Good night. This has been the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite. That's the way it is. Let's go down on the convention floor now with Dan Rather here. And Dan, it looks like you're being mobbed by a crowd down there. Democrats better get control of this 1968 Democrat convention. That's right, Walter. I've been jostled around and pushed around and punched on the floor here. Well, it sounds like another day at the office. We'll check back in with you later. There's Dan Rather on the floor of Chicago 1968 Democratic Party convention. I am so happy to be with you guys tonight, because my workload this week was a fright, and now I'm close to the end, and I can be happy again, eating gummy bears with you and drinking. Oh wow, Barney Frank passed away. Wow, I thought he was a pretty stand-up guy. Shit, we've had a lot worse representatives in Congress. You know, he was kind of a pioneer for the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community. No doubt about that. And now it's just, you know, it's just there. I mean, you got Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary. He's married to, I don't know what the guy's name is. So yeah, Dr. Frankenstein, it's a thing. Please hit the thumbs up button. I've got some stuff backed up. And I'm going to talk about it tomorrow too. I'm going to do a video tomorrow because there seems to be a hell of a lot of confusion out there right now regarding AI, and I've probably gone deeper into this shit than a human being ought to go into it. While I'm working away, I'm also listening away and bringing myself up to some level of geekdom here. And I just come away with an idea of Dr. Frankenstein that we're really at a really critical turning point here in terms of human civilization. So I was asked to address that today. I'm going to address that very lightly. Why? Because I'm a working man. And I've had some long days. Some long days. always so nice when you hit this light. Yeah, 9/11, COVID. I think this is the biggest thing since shit. I don't know. Dare I say I don't know. Maybe back to the printing press. Not sure. I mean, there's a lot of different handles on this, and you know, I'm starting to get a lot of questions coming into my Gmail now. All right, let's let Junk Boy go. There we go. Junk Boy. Junk Boy. $2.50 an hour now to park. Where are you going, Pop? Which way are we going here? What are we doing? We don't know. We're moving left. We're moving right. We don't know where we're going. I don't want to seem like I'm spooking the guy here. I don't know. I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see if we can hit the pole. Be a pole dancing baby today. That's hitting a lotto. Okay, let's see how good we're in here. Where are we in bed? I mean, I've had worse park drops. I don't know if this guy's just drifting around the parking lot, which is okay. Drift away, old boy. Drift away. Let me get the window down here. Turn this around. And please hit the thumbs up button. Sporting my new A's caps. What they charge for caps these days is unbelievable. But what are you gonna do? I mean, I could buy the knockoff crap at. They might send me a disease from China in the package. You don't know. So first I want to thank Dr. Frankenstein, Cobra John. Look at this, man. It's a DeWalt cord. I mean, I have a feel this is a 100-watt cord. I have a feeling this baby's really gonna carry the mail here. Feeling this baby's really gonna do a robust job. Yeah, I mean, wasn't that nice? I just came in and I felt a package. I heard a package thunk down on the front porch, and I go out there and I'm like, I'm not really expecting any package. There's Cobra John. There he is. Cobra John, thank you. Somebody else sent me some coffee I'm going to review from down in SoCal. And the coffee is smelling so good. No, I didn't give you that. I'm too stingy. Oh, yeah, well, I'm just saying. You're a good guy there, Doctor. Doctor, I'm just saying it was really very kind. It's going to go perfect when I'm running the cooler and the phone at the same time. This summer, that's going to be a really great thing. You'll be there in November, though. Yeah, I know, Dr. Frankenstein. You know what? You've been a tremendous supporter of everything on this channel, and that is really appreciated, man. Especially November. I tell people, you know, just help out in November if you can. That's where we put all of the. That's where we put all of the emphasis on that. So thank you, Cobra John. I knew immediately it was from you because, well, you talked about it. It's an interesting cord. Elmer, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't seen you for a while. It was a little crispy working in the sun today, but it all worked out. I hope you had a chance to check out the uh, video for the fun day, the fun afternoon and evening at the ballpark. Even though my A's did not win, I did not leave feeling that it was an embarrassment, especially after Roker crushed a 3-run homer in the 7th inning. That was pretty cool. To make it a decent game. Also, congratulations to the Montreal Canadiens for making it through to the Eastern Conference Championship game of the NHL. The winner will go on to play for the Stanley Cup. So they've made it through 2 of 3 rounds to get there. How about the the leader over here, guys? That's what Elmer does. He's a Lederhosen king, huh? I don't know. I think if I had one of the beers that Elmer drinks over there in Germany, I'd probably be on my ass in a half hour. A good beer is sticky on the bottom when it dries, right? I don't know. I mean, so many people. Hey, Panjay, so many people have been. Bro, you don't even know what a beer is. You drink that lemonade called Busch Light. Oh man, I do like my Busch Light. This weekend, remind me, guys. We've got to pick up some beer. That's very high on the agenda for Saturday to pick up some beer. And then, as I said before, the week after next, I hope to be underway on the Shine Shack, which will be an interesting little project. We're going to bring that up to snuff and get that ready for... I don't think I'm going to be renting it out. I think my days of running rentals are over. It's just, for me, it's too much of a pain in the ass to do it. Yeah, I've got to freshen it up, Panjay. Blackbird was in there for about 4 years, which was fine. I mean, he kept the place in relatively good shape, which was surprising because he had a ton of stuff in there. But it just needs a basic refresh on it. Rosie, what is Elmer? But you want me to tell him the truth, Elmer? You want me to tell him the truth about you being an East German operative for the Stasi there, under Adenauer? Shooting, renting out, ever is the Shine Shack. I'm not sure what that means. How you doing, Sean Quinn? What's going on? Shooting, renting out, ever is the Shine Shack. I don't even know what the hell that means. How are you doing, Sean, by the way? I miss seeing your mug. I do miss seeing your mug. Diane was contacting me. She wanted to do a meet up in Vegas. I said, don't even consider it in July. Yours around by orchards is fresh out. You really like that, don't you, Sean Quinn? The fruit, man. The real beautiful thing this year is the pear tree. That thing is loaded with pears, and it won't be long till the almonds are coming off, and it's going to be a ton of peaches too. I hope you're around at harvest time to take 10 pounds or so. What's going on, Desert? How are you? No pesticides, no nothing, man. Just a true, pure fruit. an extraordinary gift you have, and it's legal. Yes, it's all legally permitted. Yes. Yes, it's ready for occupancy, but under California law now, I'd have to remove the still from it and use that corner to put I'd have to put a stove in it. That's the thing. So you either put the stove on the left side of the door as you're looking out the door. I have a 240 volts outlet, but it's on the corner where the still is, but I don't want slobs dropping grease between that corner and the sink and everything. It's really good for visitors, I think. That's what I think it's best for. I mean, at one time, I had sheets, blankets, pillows that 8 people could sleep at the Rancho. Blow up beds, everything. How you doing, Alan Gentry? Nice to see you. A little crispy in the Central Valley today. Somewhere around 80 something here right now. I don't know the exact. I'm not going to put a stove in. It's just for people visiting. It's got a nice microwave in it. You can run a hot plate in it, make a cup of coffee, run a coffee maker. That's fine. It's got a refrigerator in it. These days everybody's so lawsuit crazy. The smell of Mazuma. Mazuma, baby. If one time we would have been making liquor and hanging out at a Flamingo's drag bar in the Italian North Beach, that's it. I'm sure, Sean Quinn, I would not be the only one down in North Beach that was making moonshine down there. I'm sure there were plenty of Italians making wine. Shitloads of Italians in that. That's where Joe DiMaggio, his old stomping grounds. Anyway, we are going to make some soup tonight. I'm going to need to make some soup. A lot of people asked me about the blueberry cobbler. Turned out great. The only thing that I would change in it, the flavor was all there. The only thing I would change in it, yeah, thank you, Sean. Yeah, Sacramento A's. The only thing I would change in it is I would have used rolled oats instead of what do they call the hard nuggety ones? Scotch something? I don't know what the hell it's called. Steel cut. What's going on, Ron? James, how are you? Steel cut oats, yes. I would have used rolled oats because the steel cut is good. It's a little crunchy. It's, if you use grape nuts, if you enjoy grape nuts, this would be you would be over the moon. You would be over the moon with this. So this cord is going to be perfect for my to run the cooler. This thing is going to be perfection. So, pull this one. Hey Alex, I was sweating sack off 90 degree. Man, you're sounding like me now. You're sounding like me now. Just funny. It's not funny to be in the heat, I'm just saying. I'm actually one of those freaks that really enjoys the warm weather, the hot weather. What really gets this guy's got it walking around his bathrobe on. What really gets me is the cold. The cold really gets me. I was so happy the other day. I was gonna grab some gummies, and the guy's like, "No, the sale doesn't start tomorrow. $2." I bought out the whole floating supply of the table. I do enjoy warm weather. I guarantee you, never asked me to go ice fishing, skiing, ice skating, any of that stuff. I tell you, I could absolutely live in Las Vegas and not have air conditioning. That's a statement. Because then when that sun dips down, I would take my lawn chair, be driving out, maybe someplace that had a shady spot during the day, setting that chair down, because you can't sit on the sidewalk. The sidewalk's releasing a lot of heat from the daytime. And you just let those desert breezes rush over your sack. Let me tell you, as my grandmother used to say, brother, you are in high cotton when you have that. Yes, gummy bears. How you doing, Deja Vu? What's going on? What is happening? So another day of work, a few more dollars in the pocket. I'm hoping towards the end of the month to be going on a little expedition. I think that might be a lot of fun, and then I'll be going down to LA and later in June, and then on to Vegas. Yeah, that's gonna be good. And then I won't be back there until, I'm going to miss the monsoon season of August. Ooh, boy, that's when Vegas really is miserable there. But I will be back in September or something. But July is where the channel really shines, in the month of July, when the nuts are down on the ground. And it's just you and that sidewalk and that shimmering heat. And then at the end of the night, Dr. Frankenstein, when you have that cold brew, you stumble into that atomic lounge after a 6 hour, and you wrap your hand around that cold 16 ouncer. Woo! You can't put money on that. I cannot put a price tag on that experience. And as you know, in the summertime, I usually have two of those. It's an oasis. During the daytime, when I'm live streaming, I'm always looking for shade islands. Right? You cannot walk that directly, constantly in the heat and stuff. You're always going from shade island to shade island to shade island. Because let's face it, it's a pretty brutal time. It's not, the average tourist, oh, maybe we'll go down to Vegas, it's cheap. And then they're in Vegas, oh, we'll hang out at the pool all day. No, you're not going to hang out at the pool for more than 10 minutes, unless you have a cabana, a day cabana for $500. Or a chair with an umbrella, which is $150 to $200. Otherwise, yeah, I like warm weather. I don't do well with the cold. I'll do it just as a challenge. Like this winter, come hell or high water, I'm heading up to the Dakotas. I'm gonna do something wild. I'm going to go right in the teeth of it. Fargo or Wichita Falls. We're going to throw ourselves into the teeth of an unmerciful winter few days. Disney's Adventures of the Gummy Bears. Yeah, you know, Elmer, I kind of worry about you a little bit, man. You drive, I drive corrupt. I know I'm driving backwards here. It's just the way that YouTube frames it up. It looks like I'm in jolly old England or something like that. How you doing, Cream? What's going on? Yeah, my daughter has a gold season pass at Disneyland. She loves that stuff. I don't know, man. When I was done schlepping the kids down there a couple times when they were younger, I said, I just punched my ticket for life. I said, I don't need to have my head jerked off on Space Mountain and, you know, whiplash. And I mean, let's face it, guys, they took the fun shit out of amusement parks. You can't even get bumper cars anymore because somebody might get in their feelers or something. Or you might have some dope reach up and electrify himself. Cobra John knows what I mean. The old bumper cars with the metal tab that just rode along the ceiling. Don't wear a mask out. That's my least favorite thing. My least favorite thing when I go in there, and you guys know, well, I'll put it charitably, you know I'm thrifty with $1. I'm a really kind of cheap person, as you guys know. I hate to expose the wallet to the light. And you go into some of those stores, and even like a Disney thermos bottle with Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse on it. I don't even know how in the hell these kids even know who Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse are. I mean, you know, they're watching Avengers and X-Men, and I mean, who in the hell knows what it is anyway? They want like $25 for one of these things. I can watch amusement parks for free. Yeah, you should hope to get an $8 churro there, Dr. Frankenstein. You're talking about more than that. I'd rather go over to Bodega Bay and score me some nice red rock crabs, man, in summertime. What's going on, Joni? Hell or high water, we are definitely going to get some crabbing in because June 30th, it's over. Then it's just red rock crab season. That's it. Which is okay. I like red rock crabs. A lot of people don't. They're a little harder to pick. Their bodies are a little less meat, but they're tasty. But we got to get over there before the season closes. Because the commercial season has been kind of a disaster this year. I don't even think the commercial guys stopped going out like a month ago. The demand, what they want to sell it for, and what the supermarkets, even Costco, you get a couple half crab thing, you get like 2.5 crabs, it's $50 or something. I mean, I splurged when I became a grandpa for the second time, but I'm just saying, that's a lot of cheese, brother. People just don't have the money for those luxuries anymore. And I'm telling you, this summer is going to be a barn burner temperature-wise. With these utilities, these savage data companies, guys, we don't have the infrastructure to support what these birds have in mind. No way. No how. We have a dated infrastructure to the point that they told these guys, if you want to do a data center and you want power, there's currently a 4 to 5 year wait on transformers. What? Yeah. Remember where we shipped all that shit off to the work floor? We shipped the factory floor to Asia. Well, everybody and his dog wants Transformers, so that's it. How do you like me now? So I mentioned Sonny D and Bob, Blaz, listen together. I don't know, babe. If you enjoy it, that's a beautiful thing. If you're happy, I'm happy. Nice to see you, Naomi. I just get my afternoon cup of coffee and I can talk my ass off for hours. Here, I don't know how much to tear into the AI or save it for a vid tomorrow. I got a lot of good feedback on the last few videos that I did, and swamped with questions and shit. Almond milk and is horrible. I'm not putting that crap into my. I'm not putting that crap into my. You know, Tara loves that almond milk or whatever it is. Our first stop is always to go shopping. What's going on, Carol? How are you? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a few days. Of course, I've been kind of sketchy this week. I've had so much work to do this week. I'm trying to really build up the do-re-mi. Our top Disneyland churros. Elmer, I would no more buy a churro at Disneyland than fly around the moon. All right. I don't do all that. I don't need all that crap. And they have the ones that are cream filled. Now maybe, Elmer, you like the cream filled dogs. You know what I mean? You'd like to get your handle. I love Elmer. Elmer's so cool. Oh, man, please hit the thumbs up button. What's going on, Ronnie? Happy Wednesday, the 20th of May. I almost had my granddaughter in the 21 club, almost. Imagine being born on 420. Running to doctor appointments. I hope you're doing okay, Carol. It's nice to see. So that's my plan, to do a little tripper towards the end of the month. Like I said, I'm in the very final stage of consolidating my manuscript into industry standard form, verifying all the endnotes of the chapters and that it's the right, proofing everything, because basically everything else is done. And I got my first second round of agent letters. I got my first letter drafted. It's a much different kind of document now than it was then, so a little bit of hope. We'll see. If not, we'll push the button on self-publish and go from there. Elmer, what are you all about, dude? And if I do it that way, there'll be a pre-sale thing, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of pre-orders for the book, which will be a good sign for it. I can guarantee you one thing: you won't be disappointed. You might not like every bit of it, but you sure as hell won't be. You'll come away saying, "Wow, this cat really put a story together, man." And that's what exactly the takeaway that I wanted to be. So, hoping to get that in towards the end of the month. As if Shimei was here, she would. I haven't been to Reno since the pandemic broke out. We're talking about maybe May of 2020. I got back from Vegas after we got kicked out, D-Dub and I, in May of 2020. We were told to get the hell out. We drove back, And then a couple weeks later, I went on to Reno. We visited the Morris Burner Hostel. And that was the last time, I think. Hey, how you doing, Nicole? Carrie Barrett's calling me sick shit. She's calling me a child predator. Now I'm not a child predator. Wow. Hey, Brett, why don't you get a restraining order on this broad? What's going on, Carrie class? And if I do that, I'm going to need to have somebody do the audio book. And you know, if you guys have between $10,000 and $50,000 to hire Jeremy Irons to Mr. Sullivan, I don't hear a thing. So, Sam, what have you got for me? Sell it all. That's right, sell it all. Right. Always had a rule. Be smarter or be first. Las Vegas, yeah, they need to find ways. Norman. Naomi said Las Vegas is a yesterday town. They need to find a way to pull them in. Las Vegas has big headwinds. There's so many dynamics of Las Vegas. What's going on, game? What's going on? There's so many dynamics. Yeah, Fremont Street is killing this strip because it's compact. You can do a lot of people watching down there, and it's fun. I've never seen such a confluence of headwinds that Vegas is facing. First and foremost is that, as we all know, they price themselves out of that. They went for a money grab that was almost unparalleled in the history of Vegas. And the worst thing of all was they let their frontline employees be the shock absorber for that abuse that came down the line. Think about that. If I'm sitting on the 17th floor over in the Howard Hughes complex at corporate headquarters for Caesars Entertainment, I'm nowhere near the strip. I'm in these lush, well-appointed Class A offices, sitting around a boardroom, and I tell the guys, look, boys, we've got a lot of money we owe. We don't even own we don't even own the land anymore here. All we have is the license to run these 6 or 7 properties that we have here. Money hungry, that's it. So, any ideas? Ted, what do you have? I say we take the price of shit up sky high. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, just talk to me like as if you were talking to a child. What would you take it up to? Well, name something. Well, a bottled water. Take it up to $10. Tell me more. Take it up to $10. Throw the parking for $20, $30, $40. Throw it on. What are they going to do? They're going to take a helicopter down to the strip, put it up. Friday, Saturday, it'll be a money machine. Okay, anything else? Get the food vendor to hike the prices up. Put all the vendor spots up 15% rent increase now. Killed it. Yeah, well drinks $24. Now think of the difference between that corporate office in the Howard Hughes complex, some of the most lush and best office space in Las Vegas, corporate offices deluxe, and then think about the strip and think about downtown. It's a world away. And you know what? When you put those prices up, you're so insulated from what the hell's going on ground level when the abuse starts coming in. Are you kidding me? And these people start to make videos. In other words, for every action, I really believe this. Thank you, Brett. For every action, yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the video of the boss, Janet, and Bobby and I. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And what I noticed, because I've been gone to Las Vegas longer than most of you have been alive, what I noticed was that I noticed that everybody was talking about the prices. Jacob in Las Vegas, all these other people were doing these videos, and it had a factor that suddenly said, yeah, everybody started piling on, like Reddit, the subreddits. Oh yeah, Vegas sucks now, blah. It was great when the mob ran it. A guy could get what a guy could get down there, you know. Oh yeah, have a buffet, here's a ticket for you. And he said, all this shit, how you doing, Blue? All this shit is just killer. So you have this tremendous rebound effect that's hitting Las Vegas right now like a tsunami. The image is in people's heads that it's a place, it's rapacious. You're going to go to Vegas, they're going to turn you upside down, and they're going to kick your ass back over the border, wherever the hell you're going, to California or whatever, and see you next time. They've shut down, Prim is going to shut down on the 4th of July, that's it. Which means the 3 resorts that were right on the border of Nevada from California coming in from LA are gone. There's the first thing you have is the bad will that's been generated against Las Vegas. Number 2, the international tariff situation left a lot of overseas people broiling. I'm not, the people in Canada, right, F them, we've been great allies for, 200 years or whatever. You want to kick us in the nuts? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you left the other more important conference championship out, deja vu. Yeah, go see what's left. You'll only see the Prim, that's it. That's the second big thing that they face right there. Okay? I mean, the trade is down. The third big thing they faced is, here is number 3. You maybe disappeared if you get taken in the back like casino and the guy gets the saw out. You want to fuck with me and cheat? Here you go. Cut his damn finger off. The third thing coming in is they're trying to keep a lid on it, but the amount of crime and bad behavior is really their number one fear of all, is that somebody leaves the Fontainebleau, a multimillionaire or some big mucky-muck leaves the Fontainebleau and they get offed in the night or something. You can only put so many police on the street at one time. And a lot of times when you put police on the street, you're paying big time overtime on weekends to have these guys with their police vehicles positioned every 200 feet along the strip, just blocking the right-hand lane with their lights on all night long. This is symptomatic of a society that's become ungovernable and threatens to be more so in the future. This is This is Shelley Berkeley, the mayor, who was a former congresswoman. This is her biggest fear, is that crime gets out of control in Las Vegas. You have this working relationship between the Las Vegas Review-Journal, which is the newspaper, and the casinos, that we don't publish any negative or bad stories about the casinos because you give us a shitload of advertising revenue. Right. Stop and frisk would wipe out street crime. Man, carry class. Man, you would be on the hook. Please hit the thumbs up button. Dude, you would be on the hook for a lawsuit par excellence, man. You start stopping people and randomly frisking people. Well, yeah, but there's a difference between something that's going to effectively have you on the receiving end of a lawsuit by the ACLU with multi-million-dollar payout because, well, we have to send a message to don't do this shit. No, nobody's going to do a stop and frisk. That's the next headwind. So we got 3 so far. Number 4 is that the debt loads that these casinos are carrying are astronomical. Every day, the Fontainebleau was built for, by the time they outfitted it up at the north end of the strip, $3 billion. Every day that they're open now, they're losing between $400,000 and $500,000 a day. Think of that hemorrhaging that's going on. And the name, here's the real kicker. The name Fontainebleau comes from like French branded houses. And the biggest fear that people have over in Europe, in Paris and places like that, is that this mofo is going to go tits up with the Fontainebleau name on the side of it. It's just like, it's a PR nightmare. So they're underwriting all of these losses for this operation. They're up at the north end. I don't want to disparage anybody, but once you get north of the Wynn on the strip, I'm just saying, especially if it's late night, you better have your head on the swivel around there. It's the reason that the Dragon Casino on Sahara failed. They thought all the Chinese would go there because it was all the Chinese food and painted red. And then people took one look out at the window at the shitty naked city and being amongst all these other Chinese people, and they said, oh, hell no. We didn't come here to be amongst Chinese people. We came here to be amongst the, the white boys, the black, we come to flaunt what we have. We're not sitting over here. Big mistake. Bad location for the Fontainebleau. I don't care what anybody says, the location is not good. And the debt load means they're losing $400,000 to $500,000 a day. You got some of these companies that are leasing out premium space for designer goods, negotiating back office deals to lower the rent because they can't close up their shop. It damages the brand. If a Gucci or a Dolce & Gabbana flees, then no. It effectively turns the property into a ghost town. In other words, it sends a signal they don't want to have sent. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the conversation today. So we're up to 4 items now. Number 5, and arguably the most important now, is that the software as a services model is being absolutely decimated in the marketplace. Under cover of AI, chips and all that stuff, these companies are being absolutely gutted out there. Because they have all, like, let's take Accenture Corporation, which is headquartered in England. They have 800,000 people that work at Accenture, of which 300,000 are in India, low-paid serfs doing all the actual work. And the other 500,000 are just glorified salespeople that used to be able to go into an office and say, look, we can tell you how to make your operations more efficient, streamline it. We can pay for ourselves. It's like you're getting us for free. Now you've had the rise of AI, and Accenture's caught in a really bad situation. How do you justify 500,000 consultants running around now trying to book business when AI just allows you to type in a few words and build a model and or verify something? It's like you can't wedge yourself between progress and the customer. Sorry. So this whole software as a service model is collapsing right now. AI is wiping out. What was it? Carrie Class, the technology chief of Microsoft, said in 18 months that most of the non-critical white-collar jobs will be gone. That's pretty scary. You can't afford medical insurance. We haven't even gotten to that. So what's happening now is you got all these people in technology. Some of them are making the transition to AI. They're actually training AI models that are going to put them out of business. So we're going to pay you super well, but ultimately in 7 months you're going to be, we're not going to need you anymore. But we're going to hire you now, to work on this, get this developed, and then AI can take over from there. And thanks, no thanks, just move on. So what this means is you're going to have hundreds of thousands of people that were pulling great paychecks that suddenly aren't going to be going to Las Vegas for the $800 Tao nightclub bottle service with the hot chicks and the music and marshmallow DJ there and all these people. They're keeping their heads down on their desk right now, hoping that the blade doesn't come across. Share my worst view of the people really in power will need humans once they serve military would never turn against them. We have something far worse than that, Blue. And that's a valid concern, but I'm doing a video tomorrow morning that'll expose to you something much more horrendous that's actually taking place. What's up, Ukrainian? Right now. But there's the other headwind that's causing people to lose their appetite for going to Las Vegas. They feel like the system, the friction is building now. They're worried about if they're going to be in the line of sight for the next bullseye that comes along and says, we don't need you. Meanwhile, they're paying off a $1.8 million home. They have a Benz, a Beamer, kids in private schools. Big nut to make. So when you put all of those 5 or 6 together, you get a really bad brew for Las Vegas. Then you add number 7 in that they're running out of water. And the electric bills are going to be tremendous. When you have a tower like the Fontainebleau, a glass tower that's sitting in the middle of a desert that goes up to 120 degrees, you're talking about a monster power bill just to keep the lights on in that town. And now the worries about water. I'm not saying any of this stuff is going to happen. Like Ronnie puts on there, these are just opinions. But I've seen you spend a little time on the Reddit boards, and people that claim they work at Win and all the, and you start to see some stuff on there. So there you go, Naomi. There's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of hidden. I suspect electric bills are primarily abandoned, the affordable rooms, foods and fees. They're caught in a vice, Blue. They need revenue desperately. And they know to get the revenue they need just to basically survive another year, they've got to squeeze the hell out of whatever goes through the door. Whatever comes through the door, we got to grab it, throttle it, choke it, turn it upside down, get its money, and get it the hell out of here. That's a bad business model. Remember when I was in Vegas last time, I did the YouTube short. I finally had a machine. It finally paid off. We had a good night. $300 to the good. That only brought me even to the last year and a half. The machines have been so tight that people are just turning away from gambling. Remember the limitation of AI. AI can't connect any dots. You can. Your brain can connect dots. AI, the only thing AI does is look for patterns in past. It can fill in the next word because it's seen a pattern that's been put into the database before and grabs it and offers it to you. Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. In terms of like inductive reasoning, which is different than deductive, and I'm not going to get into logic, it's a totally different scenario. They need to let you in often enough. Yeah, see, well, it used to be. 3 years before the pandemic, I would sit down at a Buffalo in the first early days of the pandemic when they reopened the casinos and it was like a free-for-all. They still had the machines loose. I could sit down at a Buffalo Gold machine, have Buffalo multipliers. Shit, you'd put $20 in, you'd walk out with $800. In 2 years, my IRL went from 7. Well, this health insurance is a tragedy, Carrie Class, because what it does is it shackles people to their employer. We should have never established corporations as the gateways for health insurance, because you can hate your boss, but your husband or wife might be battling cancer and you can't afford to give up that insurance. So you'll sit there till the cows come home while your boss is beating the hell out of you in a corner, and you just got to take it. You're shackled to the company. That's it. So that's one of the great limiters on society now is health insurance. You leave your job, well, here's your $1,500 a month bill. Well, what I figure you are, Carrie Class, is a freelancer. So there's something that was never designed into the system but became a reality, that it locks people into their job. Not because they like it, so you wonder why so many people hate their jobs these days. They care more about the benefits than fearful. It's a bad brew. And then you talk about AI. The stuff you don't know about AI is, you think talking about robots and pushing a button unleashing hell or something like that. There's something far, far worse than that that's going on as we're here right now talking. What do you do for work? I work in private banking. I've been retired since 2022. I did medical work when I came back, office work. Nice low pressure, ridiculous job, just pushing paper, credentialing, compliance, all that kind of crap. Beautiful. And then I retired in April of 2022, and then I began to start getting more and doing my handyman work. Good part is I can get it MM100. Tech. Teach gun classes and take care of the states. Oh, at least my allergy. Maybe we're over that first peak of the rush. I don't know. How you doing, Angus? Kisses. So I encourage people to watch tomorrow's video, and then you judge for yourself. Is this better than robots that are taking over the world, or is this something far more damaging that was hinted at first in 1932 by Huxley, the author, Adolf Huxley? Something like that. Yeah, I've had an interesting life. In the last 3.5 years, I wrote a book that I'm trying to work towards getting towards publication. Going the traditional route first, and then I'll self-publish if it doesn't. Anybody have a good voice for audiobook chapter 7? It was a cold and stormy night. A lot of people lose a sense of purpose with AI, possibly. I just really encourage you to watch tomorrow, because you're gonna understand some things that nobody's telling you, but are causing absolute sheer terror in boardrooms of AI companies and other things. Unexpected consequences, but it's a perfect example of human nature crossing paths with technology. It's a perfect case study of how shit can go horribly wrong in ways that nobody ever imagined, because everybody assumes that human nature is good. Newsflash, it's not. You might feel differently tomorrow, Carrie class. You may have a whole nother view tomorrow. We shall see. Like I said, like Ronnie puts a disclaimer on, hey, these are just my opinions. You don't have to fear AI, but your kids sure as hell will. I don't even know if you have kids. They sure as hell will. Yeah, we're about to test that theory. There's two sides. Yeah, this is tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe and share it out if you watch it. There's two sides to an economic story, Carrie class. There's the supply side, the actual advancing technology. Then there's the demand side, the purchasers of technology. In the 1920s, Henry Ford realized he had a huge problem on his hands. He was building automobiles on the assembly line that his employees could not afford to buy. And he looked at his employees and he thought, man, if these guys can't even buy the cars that they're building here, what about the rest of the country? And he immediately doubled their pay to $5 a day. Not because he was being altruistic or kind, because he was making a business decision in his mind. We have the same type of situation happening with AI now, carry class. It's rationalizing things so fast now that it's puncturing the demand side before the demand side can transition over to this bright new world that you automation and all this. Well, you have to have something to automate. And when your factory floors are in China, what are you going to automate? Your services, in and out? Your nail salon? Yes, it's right, Cobra John. It's got a hole tomorrow that's going to make you shriek. And if I see something, I say something. I don't keep shit. I don't keep my mouth closed. I might be wrong, but you'll never say, "Oh, you didn't tell us. You didn't even put the ID in their head." I spent the last 2 weeks doing the deepest dive on technology I've done probably since the Netscape, the browser bubble, .com bubble popped in 2000. And what I found is, I'll just give you a little hint here. You know, you hear the name Sam Altman, Altman. You see him all over the news, technology news. Sam Altman, he was just in court with Elon Musk. They were battling it out over whether OpenAI is supposed to be a charity or whether it's supposed to be a corporation, private corporation, blah, blah, blah. All this big battle in court. And Elon loses. Oh, I'm just going to appeal it. You know, it's just a bad deal. Sam Altman was going to bring OpenAI public in October. Now, he wants to advance it like within a week. And to do that, he had to go to Delaware and ask the state of Delaware to rewrite its corporate rules to basically allow him to be what would I call it? A semi like NGO, like, I don't want to say a charity, but a nonprofit and a private corporation too. They rewrote the laws of the state of Delaware to allow this guy to rush forward this thing and offer it to the public. Now, why would you rush the process? Why would you speed up the timeline? What would be your incentive? I mean, if your company's going great guns, if you hold off to October, it's gonna even be more valuable. There's no such thing as philanthropy or kindness on Wall Street. The reason that they're bringing this model forward now is to get this, to get this turkey flying, do the great handoff to the pension funds, the institutional portfolio, and they're also rewriting the rules of the S&P 500 that they can immediately put this turkey into the S&P 500, even though it's not publicly traded for a single day. Why? Because all the people that put their 401k money in every 2 weeks, they have to mirror the S&P 500 index. They have to chase it. What they're doing is accelerating the timeline forward, so they hand off to you quickly a turkey that the competitive pressure is about to explode underneath the whole shooting match. You wait and see. You might not have it because you're an independent 1099 employee, but a lot of people have exactly that. They're not doing something charitable. Let's cut the melon early and let everybody in. No. The competition is rising so fast now. When DeepSeek came out in February, March, and undercut the pricing on all AI, that was just the first shots fired in the AI war, which is going to knock the profit. It's going to knock it down to as close to zero as theoretically possible. I just worry, Alan Gentry, about all the brainless indexing that's been done. People think, oh, this is not like 1929. It's worse than 1929. Oh, but people aren't on a 10% margin, put 10% down. It's worse. You got people with leverage, triple leverage ETFs, options galore. No, the retirement was unheard of until post World War II. There was no concept of retirement. Just like there was no concept of nursing homes. So, what is the old saying, Carrie Class? Beware of Greeks bearing gifts. Is that the saying? Beware, folks. Beware. I love all my subscribers, and I don't care if I end up being a dick at the end. I have a lot of people that write me have worked very hard in their lives, very hard. I miss the 90s. Bill Clinton. Yeah, I would agree with that. Hard work does not make one wealthy, but it puts food in the mouth. And not everybody's goal in life is to be wealthy. So I'm sure that the boys sitting around the boardroom, the boys and girls sitting around the boardrooms in Palo Alto for ChatGPT and OpenAI and Anthropic, Google, Meta Corporation. They're all like, I smell smoke. I hearken back to the movie Margin Call with the great Jeremy Irons. Sitting in that room, that boardroom at 4 a.m. in the morning, getting ready for the real estate bubble is popping. And they told him what's coming. They gave him some feedback. And he told the guy, I want to tell you something, Mr. Sullivan. Do you know why I sit in this seat, sir? Do you know why I earn the big bucks? I'll tell you, Mr. Sullivan. You say the music will stop. I'm paid the big bucks to sit here and to look 3 to 6 months ahead. And right now, Mr. Sullivan, I don't hear a thing. One of the greatest, I have watched thousands of movies. One of the greatest scenes in movie history, that 4 a.m. board meeting in Margin Call, is so true to life. Right now, they're all having that Jeremy Irons moment. Everybody's invested a shitload of money, shoveled it into the Titanic furnaces. We're going 23, 24 knots. We're flying. And all of a sudden, iceberg ahead, iceberg ahead. What? We're too far south for icebergs. Iceberg ahead, are you sure? Guy's looking at a mountain of ice in front of him. Think about the combination. Companies that have thrown hundreds of billions to the tune of $2 trillion into this furnace in the expectation that they're going to have something that is going to be profitable. And before the crane is even finished building the data center, before it's even done all the groundwork and putting all the utilities in and the power lines, competition is already breaking out. They're already, I can't believe it. What did they do? Pardon my language. Those fucking Chinese came out with that DeepSeek and pushed the price of AI down to a penny for what 95% of the people want to do. Mother. The only thing you can ever be sure of in technology is it's been a story of centralization, decentralization. I got the gold. The peasants want the gold. They come and take the gold. Found new gold. I got all the gold. You got to come and get the gold. The peasants come and get the gold. Now we come to AI. Oh, 5 of us have the gold. And the barbarians are starting to rage. Because the money is so irresistible. And the suckers are running up the tree. And they're just getting checks written on the promise. We're going to do this. Okay, don't explain it. Just start doing it. Here. How much do you need? 200 million. Here's 400 million, just make it happen. I guess because I'm going to be 68 years old next month, I've seen this thing repeat for 50 years. And when I wrote back someone and said, your thesis is wrong, and at the end of their thing said, sorry, Rosie, it's different this time. I thought to myself, that's the cherry on top of from tulips in 1530 or whatever, to the South Sea Corporation, to the cornering of U.S. copper from the short line Reading Railroad in the 1900s to RCA in 1929. It's different this time. You just don't get it. You're a fossil. You're a dinosaur. Look, Pop, you got to get with the program. It's never different. Let's hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the conversation today. You might not like hearing what I have to say, but I say it. And then it's up to you. Like my moderator says, these are all opinions here. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. You know, if we can't stand back and forth, and we can't, it's what I told somebody else that wrote. I said, bro, if it's going to disturb you, if you think I have the power to move markets 3,022 miles from Wall Street, I said, you give me a lot of credit. You give me a lot of credit. I said, if it was you and you had a child that was on the railroad tracks and there was only a 5% chance there's only a 5% chance that that child will be hit by a train in the next hour, what would you do? Would you stand back and say, well, the odds are pretty good, so I'm just going to go home for tonight? Kid's got a busted leg on the track or whatever. You just let it go. You know, at what point do you keep your mouth shut? Oh, we're gonna get into that tomorrow. Oh, you're gonna love this tomorrow. Jocelyn, you are absolutely gonna love tomorrow's video. If this doesn't make your hair stand on end tomorrow, nothing will. I want this to be the place. How you doing, resting in pieces? I want this to be the place where we said, yes, we saw it coming. We talked about it. I'm so sick of people that hedge, people that are bought by Wall Street, people, you know, there's an old saying in China that the worst thing in life is to be a frog in a well. Think about that. Think about a frog that's sitting at the bottom of a well. His whole entire world is defined by that little circle he sees above him. That's all he knows of the world. There is no other world. And that's the way our society is now. Everybody sits in their individual little well, and nobody's connecting the dots and say, hey, did you see this, this, or this, or this? We're so specialized now. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Please hit the thumbs up. We're so specialized now that everybody's sitting in their individual well, looking up at the sky, their own sky. Carry class, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're running your own program over there on the side. My wealth, exactly. My wealth came from hard work. You don't just let this goof stay. I love this stuff. You know, you're hitting a raw nerve when you have your average garden variety troll popping in. So, carry class, it's like you're running your own program. Yes, but for the average person, it's not going to have the ability to accumulate the wealth. That's it. Bought a lot of rentals in houses when they were cheap. Then you said you wanted to get out of the rental market because it was such a pain in the ass. I wouldn't be involved in, look at this guy, he must be possessed by the devil. Multiple people. Answer our questions. Great. Yeah. Yeah, Cobra John, I knew Cobra John was a hard worker. Work hard, play hard. Took care of family. Does a hell of a Halloween display. He's got it going on. $10 you ever make, no hard work. Drive past McDonald's, easy $10. I'm not even sure what that means. Drive past McDonald's, easiest $10 you ever make, no hard work. I have no idea what that means. None. Eating McDonald's. Well, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, this carry class, a society has to be detrained. When you get in the same habit of McDonald's or fast food or Wendy's or ordering pizzas and stuff like that, you get in a groove. It's all you know. It's like me eating ramen noodles, it's all you know. So to extract a person off of that habit takes a tremendous amount of pain to do that. It is a pain in the, but now I can't. I'm not sure what that is. It's not like flushing down money down a toilet because you're getting an exchange. You have a contractual exchange of money. They're providing something for the money. The problem is if you think it's worth it or not. That's the real rub. And if you think that that meal is worth it and it satisfies, then well, your priorities are not the same as somebody that wants to accumulate money. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you put that qualifier in and said, to me, it's objectively worthless. Yes, I understand that. That's your situation. Other people value convenience. Many see it as just an aspect of life. Spend some time at a 7-Eleven. I'm convinced whatever 7-Eleven, whatever convenience stores are out there, Circle K, 7-Eleven, Quick Stop, Chevron, they're serving more meals out of those places today than restaurants or fast food places. People walking out the door with $5 pizzas from 7-Eleven. They're walking out the door. Look at this guy put a dot on to see if he was still here. Here we go. We're going to send you out. See you later. Boy, that's really old school. When you come in and you put a dot, you're seeing if you were basically kicked out of the chat. So I'll put the reality behind the dot. Steph, you can come back on one of your other 80 troll channels, and that's fine. You're welcome to come back. So, carry class, that's what some people know. They don't have the idea, like, especially a lot of times if your money's not made by your hand, in other words, if the support is coming from elsewhere, then there's a natural tendency to not, treat it as if, it's the same reason buying and owning a house is generally better for the preservation of the house than renting it out to people that aren't worried about keeping the house in good shape. That's not their top priority. Drop a cigarette on the carpet, smash a door in rage, Not everybody chases money, carry class. Some people just love what they're doing. I mean, look at painters. Vincent van Gogh. Dude cut his ear off. All he wanted to do was have money to buy paints. That's it. He didn't even care if he ate. What's going on? He's back on another account now, Ronnie. Yeah, financial security is nice to have, but we have a large part of society that has forsaken that because they're getting their support elsewhere. I don't pass judgment on it because, as I said many times, if you're disabled and you can't work, or for some other reason, then as a civilized society, we owe people that. We're not animals. Yeah, but I'm saying you hold that out as a badge of honor, as like a bragging point. What I'm trying to tell you is other people have different priorities than you do. Some people value fast food. They would rather enjoy that meal and not worry about the money, that $10, that $15 combo meal. It means more to them. And I don't think we ever have a right until it becomes our burden to have a say in that. Find different priorities and don't complain about the results. I don't see anybody complaining. I see you proactively complaining on their behalf. I see you adopting their as if they were sitting across the table from you. You're putting words in their mouth. I can't think of anybody except Adam Gilligan that's ever come in here and traded on poverty. So that I haven't heard anybody come in here and complain. I got a lot of people that are on fixed income here. They're not complaining a peep. They're not complaining at all. But you're complaining on behalf of them proactively. Make that make sense to me. In other words, as if they're taking food out of your mouth. Hey, United. Get her done. Gregory Stevens, what's going on? See, it's priorities. Some people would rather have a blown muscle car with packs and lifted a $2,000 sound system than to worry about what they're putting in their mouth or where they're living. Their whole life is that car. That defines them. And they're going to make maximum use of that out on the streets. Cost of living is one of the very highest in the nation here, Justin. Well, it's a personal choice. It's the expenditure of money, and then it's just the way it goes. You've always had this distinctive lack of what I call a passion side to your nature. Usually comes from something real bad happened in life that knocked you down to the bottom, and it's not a good feeling. Yeah, I guess so, Gregory. Yeah, the choices are so wide today. Yeah, I'm saying so, give people a break. I've struggled financially too. The last month has not been easy. But the good news, Carrie Class, you're able-bodied and you're able to work. You're helping out the economy with your productivity. That's your duty. Don't worry about anybody else's duty. Yeah, that's your choice. That's Alan Gentry's choice. I mean, we all have different ways of cutting the melon. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Cutting the melon. Hello, LSA. They invested beer and cigarettes. I don't know what the hell that means. Are you mad at your friend for having inherited a portfolio of Philip Morris and Anheuser-Busch, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, Sam Adams Beer, Oktoberfest? No, they invest in only what they would have spent on beer and cigarettes had they drank and smoked. Well, you know, good deal. Hello, Cindy. Good deal. Then with their $1 million portfolio at the end of it, they just can't take it with you. Next generation flip a coin whether they'll piss it away or deny themselves. I'm betting piss it away. Hey Tim, how you doing? Gummies are outstanding. I like the texture of it, and I like the wild berries in it. They are my favorite. Hard working day today, Tim. I've been putting in a lot of hours this week. Play golf, that's expensive. Well, it's fine. Just think of Larry Ellison, the chairman of Oracle Corporation. He's angry at the idea of death. Thinking of death makes him angry. And what is it, Peter Thiel, TH, one of these big investment Silicon Valley guys. He gets infusions of young people's blood. And Jeff Bezos calls aging an engineering problem. I'd say we have a pretty debased society when we have rich, influential people making a mockery of life. I'm just saying it's the whole deal. I mean, I don't put J.D. Vance on any kind of pedestal. What I'm saying is this is some of the mentality when you become super wealthy, that all of a sudden the thought of passing on is the worst. It lives rent free in your head. And some people, it just drives them absolutely insane. To them, it's the ultimate injustice in a world that would leave me at the pinnacle of power. We have a very, very, well, I won't go there, but anyway. not one Democrat that wanted to not one Democrat that wanted to do away with slavery. Yeah, here's LSA. Boy, he tried to hold on as long as he could, Ronnie. This guy might have set the record for endurance in here. He lasted 15 minutes. It's the same guy. It's just coming in on different browsers. In the old days, you'd watch these people would have live streams, and it'd be like 4 or 5 people came in at one time. Oh, this or that and that. And it's one guy with multiple browser windows opening on sock accounts, going in there and basically typing back and forth to himself. There's something to that, Dr. Frankenstein, because the Civil War didn't start because of slavery per se. It started because of states' rights, and only with the Emancipation Proclamation did Abraham Lincoln bolt a higher goal on top of it. Abraham Lincoln's the one that put a moral dimension to the Civil War. It was non-existent before then. It was states' representation in Congress, and whether, you know, a new state gets admitted, is it going to be slave or free? Whole beginning of the Civil War was a matter of centralization, centralized power. Once you're in the Union, you're in. That's it. Indivisible. With liberty and gummy bears for all. What's going on, Kelly? I must admit you called another one. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the games anyway. I'm just glad to see people getting their turn at the bat and getting something good. Now they've got something that can never be taken away, a division, subdivision championship for their, to get this far. So it'll be a good series, and then, like you said, it might end up the Canadiens and the Vegas Knights. You never know. Well, if you go look up the record of Carolina versus Montreal today. You said good luck with the Lightning. Buffalo was a tough team. I know you are. I'm just saying that enjoy. I mean, it's good to see fresh teams going into the. It's good to see fresh teams that get there. In my opinion, I've not watched 1 second of hockey. I picked the Canadiens because they were the worst in the league 2 years ago. I picked the A's because people crapped on them. I love underdogs. And meanwhile, Carolina's been off for like 14 days, 2 weeks or something, sitting on their cans. It kills a team when they have downtime. Oh, before the playoffs, or they get a bye. Yeah, they get to sit there. It's the worst thing that happens. No, I don't even know what the hell the Ducks are. I know you hurt Mr. Z by rooting for the Ducks. He was like, well, what the hell did I do wrong? I said, it's Kelly. You know, I mean, I don't know. You should be happy one of your Canadian teams is in the Final Four. That's a glorious thing for your nation. I don't care about hockey. I don't watch hockey. To me, there's three sports: football, baseball, basketball, and Summer Olympics. That's it. That's my whole sports world. I don't watch golf. I don't watch NASCAR. I don't watch badminton. I don't watch tennis. I don't watch pocket billiards. I don't watch curling. I don't watch darts. It's a very proscribed universe I have. That's it. Traditional sports. I like to ride my bike and swim laps. I'll tell you, Caraclass, I know you don't like sports there, but there was nothing like sitting out there at that game. Twilight game. Watching them crush those homers out of that park. People spilling beer, jumping up. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So fun to go to a game with friends. And to see Major League Baseball and still be able to sort of afford it. Yeah, that's a good thing. Now they were going to put football behind a paywall. So that's it. That's the end of broadcast football. The greed in this nation knows no bounds at the current time. And I give credit to the partial owner of the Washington Redskins. He's getting the hell out, man, while the getting's good. He's put up his stake for $8 billion in the Washington Commanders. That's it. He is done. Like, you know what? That's it, baby. I've seen the greater fool theory in real life. Keep you updated. I'm not sure what that means. You're boring on sports. I get it, but we'll keep you updated. What does that mean? You're boring on sports, but I get it, but we'll keep you updated. Oh, you mean carry class? Yeah, he said for years he doesn't enjoy sports. I like, let's carry class A. I nutted myself on bike rides. I guess so if you nutted yourself. I don't know, I couldn't see it. I want to say word basketball and Argentina for soccer and Norway for winter sports. Norsk. I remember Naomi was all about those winter Olympics. Boom, 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 boom. I tried to get tickets for the basketball in the 28 Olympics in LA. It's impossible. They release them in tranches, and by the time you even get to the website, they're gone. By the time you get to the website, they are history. So it's far different than the 1980 Olympics when you could basically almost walk into any venue except maybe swimming, diving, and easily get a ticket for anything that you wanted to watch. Bjorn, why don't you come back and put a little dot on the screen again? You know, it's somebody who's been around a long time. When they come in and put a little dot on, they might as well wear a cowbell. I like it. Carry class is all over the place. He is. Man, as soon as I saw the little period come in, oh, am I still here? I don't want to be too obvious and type something, but I'll put the little period here. Stand by a minute. Oh, shit. Sorry. It's like I got more work tomorrow. So please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up. It is appreciated. Yeah, I'm back. I just had to report in a time for tomorrow. I'm saying Carrie Class is a highly entertaining individual in here. Reggie Candy Bar, I think it's still eligible. I'm not muted. I'm here inspecting gadgets. Impossible to mute me. I had to check in with a job site real quick. Oh, now it feels real good here. 84 degrees. I think it's cooler than that right now. 84. So I got to make some soup tonight. And I don't have any chicken stock, so I'm gonna, or chicken, so I'm gonna make another beef. Big chef salad, that sounds good. We're gonna head downtown for a bit. It's a beautiful night. Oh, I can't go downtown. It's the damn Wednesday night market. Yeah, I liked Portillo's in LA and Northridge. Man, that was amazing. I'm not muted, Elmer. Yeah, it should be okay. It's not muted. Damn, I got no more diced tomatoes. I probably got some in there in the cabinet somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to take a look. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It's very appreciated. Yeah, we're going to clean up this signal. gassed up today. 60 bucks. 60 bucks. 3/4 of a tank. 60 bucks. That was something. Roll out the lifeline, roll out the lifeline, roll out the lifeline. Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to give me one for free. Then I just charge it with a solar panel. If it takes a week to charge it, so what? Yeah, sensational weather and beauty. Tremendous natural beauty. Thank you again, Cobra John. Yeah, thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. I haven't seen Luis. I hope he's not under the floorboards across the street there. Look at all the gummy bears. Criminal. Absolutely criminal. You guys are gonna wait for Blackbird. What the hell is a drag suit? Oh, you mean like running with a parachute behind you? I had to go to the county office about damn taxes today. That sucked. I don't see any cats. Cats the musical. Yeah, well, he's pretty faithfully been coming over and doing the feeding. So I wait as long as possible. If he doesn't show up, then I put food out. Have a beer and then commence the cooking. I got to see if I have any. Let's see if we got any doggone. Let's see if we got anything on the shelf here. Buried in these damn paper bags. I don't want to give up. Oh. Let's see. I have prison spaghetti sauce I got. Tomato sauce I have. tomato paste. We need one of them. I'm really surprised. Got one can. I got lots of prison spaghetti sauce. Okay. Oh. Well, we tried. Let me look in the closet real quick. We got paste. Oh, then we got sauce. We got sauce. Which we have sauce. I gotta win. Let's get KPFA on Flashpoints with Dennis Feinstein. It's Flashpoints. Have a beer. We gotta get some beer this weekend. Oh.
Paper is rattling the war cry, and it's very, very dangerous. You know, Democrat or Republican, each administration has had their part in fomenting terrorism against Cuba or increasing the blockade, and it goes all the way, including through Biden and now Trump. But this is a very, very dangerous escalation. Very dangerous.
Well, we're going to have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. But Gloria, certainly it's important. I think the point you're making is it's important that people learn to separate the lies from the truth when it comes to Cuba and what's going on there, right?
Yes, can I tell people how they can contact us? We're
Absolutely, please do, real quick.
Emergency
Real quick.
medicine right now to info@hatwayproject.org, and Hatway is HAT as in Tom, UEY project.org. They can get a hold of us because we're trying to send as much medicine in these days as we can, as we have been, so in case that there's war, that they won't be cut off. Flights may be banned. We don't know what the U.S. is going to do, but Cuba will stand. And the world stands with Cuba, and in emergency actions will be taking place here. There will be right now a 2 p.m. forum at La Peña on Saturday, March 30th, sponsored by the Task Force on the Americas. It's a benefit for Hatway, but it's also Dan Kovalik, who is the attorney now, U.S. Attorney for.
I'm going to have to get the diced tomatoes when I go to Costco.
Program, and I'll be speaking there too.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Gloria. I believe I'm going to be there. Again, that's Gloria Lariva. We've been talking about the horrible situation facing Cuba. Well, for our affiliates,
Where's
we're going to
Dennis
go with
Feinstein?
our good friend Dan Kovalik that I did earlier this month. And then for our local folks, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our part here as part of...
Cheers. This is one of the greatest private collections of vintage audio in America.
Stay tuned for that here on Flashpoints.
I don't need a menu with my ingredients. I can make this in my sleep. I can make this in my sleep. It's Flashpoints with Dennis Feinstein. It's one of Carrie Class's tribe.
Flashpoints on Pacifica Radio. Well, I want to break down exactly what we're up against because it's staggering. You got to remember that in the final days of the first Trump administration, in a deeply cynical and punitive move, they placed Cuba back on the state sponsor of terrorism list. It meant that banks can't do business with them. Anyone who does any kind of business with that country, they themselves will be open to sanctions. And I mean personal sanctions. The U.S., particularly the Trump administration, they're very vicious in going after individuals. I mean,
There you go, Gary Glass.
Inside the country, Thomas Massey just lost an election because Trump didn't consider him a loyalist because he dared to vote against Trump. He dared to call Trump out for who he was, and he was a Republican. And we've seen the MAGA movement, circle the wagons around the great leader, the cult around the great leader.
It's like Chairman Mao.
Go on, let me give you a number. We need your help. We want to keep the
1-800.
station alive. We want to keep the kinds of voices that you hear on the station coming to you because they're important. Go to your phone. Help us. 1-800-439.
5732.
5732. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit.
How good am I?
1-800-439 KPFA, or you can simply go to kpfa.org and hit the button. Now think about that. Cuba, a country that exports doctors and teachers to the poorest corners of the globe, was labeled a sponsor of terrorism by the same administration dropping bombs across the Middle East. It was a calculated lie designed to terrorize the Cuban economy, to freeze international finance, to cut off medicine, and to starve the population into submission. People like Gloria La Riva and other organizations around the Bay Area, we've supported Cuba. We've stood with the Cuban people for generations.
That's all you do
now.
is stand with
two
them.
generations. This has been going on where we've passed the baton and understood the importance of the symbolic importance, but also, again, the actual...
Nothing ever
importance of
changes,
Cuba to the
ladies and
world.
gentlemen.
I can talk about
Nothing ever
specifics
changes.
when it comes to COVID-19 and what Cuba did around the world to bring vaccines and to bring relief to people who, the United States abandoned, right? This was a shutdown here. We withdrew into isolation as this country shut down. Cuba didn't.
Mao
They went out,
Zedong.
They sent doctors. They sent medicines.
I'm surprised they heard
They
of them in
went out there and risked
Germany.
their lives, these Cuban doctors, and most of them, if you talk to them and you ask them why they're doing it, they're going to say because it's a commitment to internationalism. Remember that term? Internationalism. The belief that we are not alone and that national boundaries don't matter as much as what makes us human. Part of the human family. Part of what Henry Giroux was talking
There you
about.
go, Jim.
That
There
which
you
they
go,
want to
Gary
take away
Glass.
from
Be a
us.
human being.
Our humanity. And this station, Flashpoints.
You
And
capitalist
KPFA, the
mofo.
show, Flashpoints. And the station, KPFA. That's what we represent, is that view of community. To stand against fascism, to stand against those cults that surround the great leader as he goes on his expeditions destroying countries in Latin America, naked imperialism around the world. And what does the mainstream media do?
Nothing.
Turn on the news, guys. Look at what the news is saying about Raul Castro. Are they going to tell you the history and the Cuban Revolution that Gloria La Riva just shared with us? Heck no. They're going to instead tell you what the CIA says, which we know are lies.
Dr.
damn lies, and more
Frankenstein,
damn lies.
this is the Bay Area
The
here.
same demonization, the reasons change, the justifications change. Just pick a reason, and they're going to go through it in order to keep us confused about the truth. Lies, damn lies, and more damn lies. That's what this government has been about. That's what U.S. foreign policy has been about. 1-800-439-5732. 439-5732. really investigate the claims against Raul Castro? Are we hearing any deep investigations about whether it's true? The same way that they investigated the charges against Nicolas Maduro for being the Cartel de las Soles. They invented out of Hong Kong. Dropped the charge. Why? Because they're lying. Why on? Come on, guys. Those of us who live around the world,
Oh, yeah, well, we're right now.
including in the United States. I mean, I remember
The mighty buffalo in the Ladies and gentlemen, on rhythm guitar, rosieokelly. Everybody, yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-yo. Yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-yo. Oh,
They
man.
want us to think that they don't
Oh,
realize, and they start to lie
man.
all over again.
Yeah, how's your
We
dog
know
doing?
this history. We know this history well, those of us who've been around the block. And that's part of what we do here at KPFA as well, right? And at Flashpoints is we're part of that institutional memory. We remind you how many times we've had to, again and again, do coverage of CIA misdeeds and misinformation.
Misdeeds.
How we've had to do coverage of
Dr. Frankenstein, you
CIA
ought to be
involvement in
ashamed of
drug
yourself.
trafficking in Latin America and the Caribbean. Look at Venezuela, one of the largest organizations that was created by the Central Intelligence Agency to fight drugs in Venezuela. Through no coincidence, ended up being the largest drug dealers on the island. And by the way, you can also look at that same exact story in Haiti. What was called the SIN, which was also created by the CIA, and at one point drove the DEA off the island.
Dr. Frankenstein, get an education, man.
On his head, and suddenly everybody's a drug dealer except the CIA, which has
You better get educated, dude.
of involvement. And at least we can say that there's a strong enough case.
Oh, yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-yo. Oh, yippee-yi-yay. Yippee-yi-yo. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and stormy day. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Their hooves were flat, their eyes were red. Oh, Roosevelt, you are so fine. All right, we got our carrots. Let's wash our hands. Yippee-yi-yo. Yippee-yi. yippee-i-oh. Yippee-i-ay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum. Do, 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 do. All right, stand by. I gotta look something up. Ding, ding, ding. All right, here go the carrots. You guys know the drill. Get off the nubby end. All right. Tonight we're going to put the beef in a little bit earlier. What's going on, Mustard? What's on, Tara? What's going on? Cut that beef right up. Guys screaming in there. We're going to use this London broil we got on deep discount. We're going to cut that baby right up. I don't know, I wish I could have sung with Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. I'll be like an old boy out there. All right. Take off that. These guys screaming on the radio. All right, we're gonna, what you want to do is slide the knife through. And I'm gonna take it this way. Look at the way I'm just sliding it through. I'm letting the knife do the work. Look at that. Let the knife do the work. Oh, Roosevelt, you were so fine in the kitchen. You were the original kitchen magician. It's the Rancho Popeel Vegematic. All right, we got that into strips right there. No, I don't think I'm going to get worms. Raw fish, maybe, not beef. Like when I was in Hawaii, they said there's one fish, if you catch it, it's going to be really big, but it's going to always have worms in it. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. It was one variety of tuna. I don't know. I can't remember what the hell it was. You're always going to be picking out worms. They have little tweezers that pick out the worms. I'm loaded with wines. Get me, Mom. I'm loaded with wines. Put that in. Right. Get me, Mom. I'm loaded with wines. All right, this is the hardest part, the onions here. That's how we do things like an assembly line. One person does one shore. This is like terror on the chicken line. It's Hudson Foods or whatever the hell it was. I hope they don't close that ConAgra plant down there in Oakdale. I'm a little nervous these days. We got five full onions here. Yeah, I can't remember what the fish is called. Oh, it's called an amberjack. That's what it's called. Damn things always have worms. Amberjack. That's what it's called. Amberjack. Where in the hell did my beer go? What's up, Rosemary Lopez? This guy's still screaming. This guy's still screaming on the radio. Score these to remove the rotten parts. Because if you're shopping at Grocery Outlet, a lot of time you're going to get rotten produce. It's not good enough for regular retail. And they tell you this is manufacturer's over. It's in here on the shelf. No, it's not. It's shit that failed. But since nobody in corporate America can tell the truth anymore, it's not overproduction. All right, there we go. Peel that crap off. Yeah. This guy's screaming on the radio. It's awful. Awful. It's Flashpoints with Dennis Feinstein. Like the night we were listening to him on the radio, it was like some guy wanted to come up and beat the hell out of me, and he came running up the studio steps. He wanted to beat the hell out of me. Oh, Lord. What a world we live in. These onions are so mucked up, we're going to get a few more here. It's a lot of wastage here. On these onions, a lot of wastage. No, you can't use that part. It's all soft and mushy. It's all funked up. That's why stuff ends up at Grocery Outlet, because it's not first-rate produce. It's shit that gets turned away at Safeway. I mean, that's the sad reality of shopping on the low end. Too much of tough and unusual. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna chop this up. Where's Dennis Feinstein tonight? It's like, yeah, some guy came running up the steps at the station. He wanted to beat the hell out of me. It's like, whoa. We've got an anger issue. Oh shit, we gotta get our, oh damn, we gotta get our pasta. Shit. We gotta get our pasta going. An old cowboy went riding out one dark and dusty day. Oh, I could have sung with those boys. Long crooked nose. It doesn't go over the sink enough. Yeah, the only problem is it doesn't go over the sink enough. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't think about enough until it's done, and then years later you're like always struggling with it. Guy's still screaming over there. All right, we can let that boil. Man, I'm so glad I'm growing a lot of onions this year. They're doing great. I got back from Vegas. I couldn't believe how they were. They were like super duper. All right, we got all of our onion. All cut. What's going on, Scottish? How you doing, babe? Please hit that thumbs up button. We're going to do everything together tonight. The only thing we're missing, we don't have any diced tomatoes tonight, which is okay. Let's get some fire in the hole. Good bit of oil. Remember, you're making a gallon in a court here. All right. What do you care what I do, Tess? No food off of your plate. It is what it is, Broham. It is what it is. 26. I've been on for 13 years and it sure as hell isn't about the money. That looks a little bulgy. I guess it's all right. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Good night, Alan. Do it for your kids. Do it for your grandchildren. All right. We got some sauce. Half a thing of sauce. We need a tomato. We got a tomato paste. Let's open up the tomato paste. An old cowboy went riding out one dark night. Excuse me. Stir that around. We want to get all, even though this basically cooked overnight, we want to get all that worked around really, really well. That already smells good right away. One of my subscribers sent me some coffee to try out and review. I can't wait, it smells so damn good. Ink roast, small batch, I can't wait to review it. I like my subscribers are doing business, baby. Alright, the water's boiling over here. I thought I had one of these open. Let me double check. We got one that's open here we're going to use. We're going to go half and half. I can swear I had another one of these. doing good, Scottish. Oh, he's cooking. What's up, PC? I don't know what the Ram Ranch dog is. I don't know what the hell it is. Not sure, bro. It's Flashpoints with Dennis Feinstein. Man, this kitchen is in high gear. Steve, what's going on, brother? From Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Stiff Punchers. Woo! Just over the line from Georgia. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Woo! That's got to be one of the hot spots of America right now with people moving there. I'm just saying, it's got to be hot. What's going on, Icy? That's got to be a hot market in Chattanooga. And now them Yankees are going to mess it up. My grandmother would say, them damn Yankees are going to mess it up. We're making our patented spicy beef pasta soup, Chinese style. That's what's up. Oh, it's coming along really good. We want to get all of that evenly coated. We got the bow tie pasta going. I love a good noodle soup. We've got our sambal olek, our ground fresh chili paste, hotter than a $2 pistol on an August night in Baltimore. Woo! Make sure you get a good even distribution on that. An old cowboy went riding out. Rosieokelly on rhythm guitar, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Yeah, that's the Thai Vietnamese stuff. Lao. If you like spicy, like I do, let's not forget our red wine. We got Shaoxing wine. We got a nice Cabernet Sauvignon. I think we're going to use that in place of the cooking wine tonight. Yeah, what we're doing is we're getting a good start on letting these carrots sort of soften a little bit. They'll soften overnight. Shaoxing wine. The little heart. Never heard of Rembrandt's thumb. And if you ask again, you're going to be kicked out. Come back on one of your other 50 browsers. All right, we got about 5 more minutes on this. This is looking fantastic. Oh man. Rancho peach pie. When are you going to come up and pick up some peaches? Peaches are going to be amazing this year. Mm-mm. Yeah, and she paid for the initial series too. She said, I'm willing to put this show on. WGBH Boston. Hello! Today on the French Chefs. All right, here comes the star anise. This stuff is strong, go easy on it. Go easy on it. Tomato sauce. Put that in. Oh yeah, the smell is outrageous. All right, here comes the tomato sauce. Use the back of your knife. Damn, I should be teaching cooking. red wine. Gonna deepen it. All right, we're gonna dump the pasta. We want it to be slightly al dente. It'll pick up the juice. When it sits overnight in the let that drain good. Boy, I got some of this stuff in my eye one night. Woo-wee. Put this on the side, the pasta. Make sure you work it around and get some of that olive oil on it. Keep it from sticking. There we go. Sambal elect. We're going to use about 3/4 of it. Put the rest away. Oh yeah, that's where the real magic happens, right there. Right there. We're going to pull this off here. Put it over here. Everybody can see. That pot down there just like so. That's looking beautiful, man. That is looking beautiful. All right, next. Let's add our broth in. I'll tell you, this is such an easy soup to make. We're going to put 5 of these bad boys in. Hot, Elmer. This ain't German food, brother. This ain't German food, bro. Here comes number 2. Notice I'm not putting the pasta in yet. Not putting the pasta in yet. This is the one that's kind of bulgy. I guess he won't kill us. All right, we're going to take this up to a full 1.25 gallons. For you that are math challenged, we're talking about 5 quarts of broth. I haven't added any salt at all. All right, here's the last one. Put the heat up and we're going to take this up to a boil. put the heat on. And then at this point you want to make sure, a lot of years, PC, lot of years. Nobody in the history of YouTube has ever streamed more. An old cowboy went right now. Where did the spoon go? Let's give it a try. Damn, man. That is right where it needs to be. We need to put a little, we do need some shellshing just to deepen it a little bit. Shellshing Huaqiao. Make sure to get that inflection right. Oh, that's right where it needs to be, man. We're going to put a tiny bit of salt in. Oh, I know what we're missing. We're missing the, we're missing the fermented soybean. Get a good bit of glop of that in. That stuff is so good. I'll tell you, the Asians know a thing or three. And we're going to work that all around and bring that up. We're going to bring that up to a bowl, and then we're going to add our pasta, cover it, and push it to the back of the stove. And we're going to let it sit there all night long. Covered. Tomorrow it'll still be warm. It'll be all soft, delicious. It'll be absolutely delicious. And what did it take? A half hour? A little more pepper. Trying to be a little more balanced. A little bit of salt. How about that? How about that, sports fans? Roosevelt, you are so fine. I like the bow tie pasta. Hey, I've been trying to get you in here for 3 years. All you have to do is text me and tell me you're coming over. You don't have to be on camera. Sean Quinn is going to come over. We need to definitely taste this. That's just what it needed. That is no, I mean they can just hear you all over the neighborhood when you're here. Which years ago was something today nobody would even notice with the cars running by. Yeah, it's spicy, but not totally spicy. Can't wait to throw this out. I've had something stinking in this bag for ever. Don't you fall over, you mofo. But I'm going to run this right out to the trash can. Be back in a second. Somebody's chicken just ran across the street. Damn. You believe it? Somebody's chicken just ran across the front street. Damn, man. You gotta love this neighborhood. Every morning, cock-a-doodle-doo! Woo! Cock-a-doodle-doo, baby! I got roosters firing off all day. I don't know how you keep a chicken in an apartment house. What's that all about? Man, something really stuck to high heaven, I'll tell you. I don't know what the hell. It smelled like a fish head stew. That or, well, I won't say it. I won't insult everybody. All right. The new bag in. Got the pasta on the side, didn't add it. So that rooster wakes my ass up every morning. Oh yeah. Hey Nino, haven't seen you in a long time. We're making our patented spicy Chinese pasta soup. And it is good. I like a neat house. we go shopping, we're gonna have to get some more of that blueberry pie. Silly. Now that we tried it, it's really good. Really good. All right, we're still bringing this up to a bowl. Well, it's not that clean. I do try to keep up, especially the stove, because it's such an expensive stove. Important to take care of it. If you had to replace this stove today, good luck. Fisher Paykel Restaurant 5-burner. I know I paid thousands of dollars back in 2011, 2012. The cats are doing great. Where you been, Nino? Stop by Friday night, PC. Hang out with us. I catch Kev live once in a while. I swear one of these times I'm going to get down to K-Town again. Have one of our patented Skid Row Cecil Hotel streams. Oh, that tastes so good. 5-burner grill, Elmer. Learn to love it. Please hit that thumbs up button, guys. We're trying to get to 100 tonight. I'm just pecking for my dinner. We gotta let this come up to a complete boil. Probably hungry, huh? He wanted to get some of those street tamales there. He loves, they wrap up those tamales. The ladies with the cars, the old Toyotas, you pop the trunk, they're selling a tamale. He loves that. What the hell is the temperature in the kitchen? I don't even know. 85 in the living room, which means it's probably 95 in here. That's all right. Soup doesn't wait. Yeah, he's great. Kev is great. I definitely want to do. I want to stay at the Oxford Palace again and hang out with him for a couple nights. He's a good guy. That's my big traveling buddy. So tomorrow I have to replace my homeowner. It's 15 years. 15 years, May 30th on the Rancho. And Safeco decides they're not writing policies anymore. Thanks for nothing. Yeah, I've got H2O and soda. I gotta get beer. If you're thinking over coming over tonight, it's a bad night. Friday night's a great night after shopping and everything. We're getting close. I think this is an even better batch than the last time. I think that's an even better batch than the last time. Where's Greta Thunberg these days? What happened to Greta? Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you, Alex. Thank you. Always a long-time supporter of the channel. Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I know that's a little dirty up there. We got to straighten that bad boy out. Thank you, Alex. Let's give Alex a big thumbs up. And a big woo! That's what I'm talking about. Tied in front of an oil tanker in the strait. Probably so, Ronnie. Whatever gives the best vantage point. How dare you? No water said they flew them here for Kingston. Oh, wow. Wow, Nino, jeez. If it's not one thing, it's another. I would say, look on the bright side, you could be in Cuba right now, facing the hot, sweaty season with no power. I mean, that's as bad as it gets. We're just at about a boil. I was clean as I go, that way I got nothing left when I'm done. so fast to make breakfast for 2 weeks. Oh, you just can't beat it. The only thing I'm missing is diced tomatoes. That's it. Diced tomatoes. Oh. A few diced tomatoes. I'd have to say the kitchen is the neatest part of the house. We're starting to boil here. There we go. Let it come up to a full boil. Bark on your sidewalk. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. As long as they're not parking in my house, which happened in 2014, February, when a car ran right into the house. All right, we're boiled. Now, we want to carefully pull it away, put it away from you. Put a little bit in there. Let that kind of loosen the pasta. There we go. And let that fall in. Be very careful. We're stirring that pasta in now. Oh, what a dream. Look at that. Look at that. Learn to love it, ladies and gentlemen. Learn to love it. Learn to love it. All right. Oh, that looks perfect. Now, all you got to do, don't burn yourself. Just put this on the back burner here. Just put the lid on and let it sit all night. No heat, no cooking out the vegetables till it's mush. Very clear, beautiful broth with very taste excelente on it. If that doesn't deserve a thumbs up, I don't know what the hell does. Anyway, guys, it's been it's been about 3.5 hours I've been on. I'm going to go call it a night. Thank you, Alex Wallace, for your support. To my moderators, Scottish Saren, Ronnie. I didn't see Shimei tonight. I didn't know if I saw Judy tonight, but I got two of the best in the business here. And I got Nino back in town again. So please hit that thumbs up button on the way out, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you so much. You make life beautiful. Thanks, everybody.